I'm Rob Lashbrook. I'm the wing leader of the Razorback Wing of the Commemorative Air Force. We're here in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and our job is to educate, honor, and inspire people to get involved in aviation. And we do that through the flying museum pieces that you see behind us, the PT-22 and other airplanes that we have kind of throughout the country. The mission of the CAF is to educate people about aviation and about aviation history, especially World War II aviation history. We honor veterans, we honor the World War II greatest generation by what we do, and we try to inspire people, especially young people, to get involved in aviation and to get them involved in technical disciplines, the STEM fields and things like that. And in 2017, a group of guys got together, just aviation enthusiasts who were kind of friends of the CAF, who knew about the CAF, and we got together and decided to start a wing here in North Little Rock, Arkansas, a little more convenient for us. We stood that up in 2017, and then in 2018 we petitioned the National Commemorative Air Force for an airplane, and they granted us Miss Cherie. The PT-22, Ryan PT-22 is what she's called, made by Ryan Company. People that know a little bit about aviation may know that Ryan is the same company that built the Spirit of St. Louis that Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic solo. These airplanes were built in the late 30s and early 40s. PT-22 was what the Army called it. It stands for a primary trainer, and it would have been the first or second airplane that an aviation cadet during World War II would progress through on their aviation career as they progressed to fighters or bombers or transport airplanes. This particular airplane was based in Visalia, California in 1942 through 44 and trained hundreds of aviation cadets throughout World War II. We petitioned the CAF headquarters again for another airplane. As our wing began to grow and got more involvement, we realized we could handle that. So, as is more common with the CAF, they don't give you a flying airplane. They give you an airplane that you need to help restore. So they granted us this beautiful BT-13. Vultee is the name of the company who makes it, BT-13 Valiant. That stands for Basic Trainer. So it's kind of one step more advanced in a training airplane from our PT-22. It's a project airplane, which means we're responsible for putting this airplane together and making it a flying airplane. It will be a much more capable airplane for our mission of educating, honoring, and inspiring. And what's really cool about the airplane is there's a Little Rock, Arkansas history with the airplane, because this airplane, this type of airplane was used in Walnut Ridge and Walnut Ridge Flying School, which was a Army Air Corps flying school in the 1940s, and they used this particular type of airplane in their training. So it's got an Arkansas history that's kind of cool. To be a member of the CAF, it takes all walks of life. We need people that are good at everything. Of course, people that have an aviation interest are kind of a must. You have to kind of want to be involved in aviation, but we need people that are mechanics, we need people that are pilots, we need people that just like other people and want to be involved in the social aspect of the organization. We need people who are good at sales, people that are good at organization. So we need anybody who wants to be involved in a nonprofit organization that helps honor people who've been involved in World War II or veterans and want to give back some way. I promise you there's a job for you here at the Razorback Wing. We've got members of our squadron that are pilots. We've got some people that are aviation mechanics. We've got some people that work in pharmaceuticals. We've got some people that own their own businesses. Just anyone that wants to be involved in aviation can be involved with us. There's no real limits. For people who watch World War II aviation movies, who like to watch those aviation movies and have thought it would be really cool to be involved in aviation someday, to be able to just touch these old World War II airplanes, turn a wrench on them, or maybe even fly them. This is an easy place of access to get started with that. We have got great people, and one of the things we often say here is you come for the airplanes, but you stay for the people, because there are great people out here. We're all volunteers. We just love being involved in aviation. We just love airplanes. And if you want to kind of dip your toe into the aviation world, this is a good place to get started. and there's no age limit at all. We've got young kids out here. We're starting a cadet program now for young people to get involved in aviation. So we've got some kids that are out here that are 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. We've got some people that are in their 20s that are just now becoming established in their careers, wanting to come out here and get involved. And we've got several of our members that are in their 80s and 90s who come out here, and they're our moral support, you know, and then they may take pictures and just help us out with small things they can help out with. So there's really no limit to getting involved with us. All skill sets, we need it. In order to keep our organization going, we have to have some form of revenue for our organization. Now, a lot of that's via donations. That works great. Some of it's via donations from our own members because we are a nonprofit. But one of the most effective means, I think, that we can kind of serve the mission while at the same time supporting ourselves is our ride program. So how that works is we have a website, razorbackcaf.com. Anyone who's interested in a ride can sign up there, and if you want to ride in a World War II era open cockpit airplane with the round engine, the smell of oil, the feel of the wind blowing by your face, and really get to kind of see what these aviation cadets 80 years ago had to go through, this is a great opportunity to do that. So for a donation of $250, you can sign up for a ride. We hold rides. We try to do it once a month at least, but that depends, of course, on weather and maintenance of the airplane. But hold rides at least once a month. You come out here to North Little Rock, and you'll get at least 20 minutes in the air. The whole process takes about an hour because it includes a briefing, photographs, cockpit orientation, and a lot of other things as well, you know, that you can kind of get a feel for the airplane, walk around the airplane and see it yourself. And then you go for a flight in the airplane out here on a beautiful day like today and kind of get introduced into what World War II aviation not only sounded like, but smelled like and felt like, and you get to experience the whole sights and sounds. It's a great bucket list item. Just go onto our website, you can sign up for a ride, and for less than the price of an economy ticket on an airliner, you can get to enjoy a one-on-one open cockpit flying experience with a qualified, experienced pilot, and get to enjoy the sights and sounds of aviation. And again, it's one of those items that you'll be able to tell your family about. It's a bucket list experience. The greatest generation is passing away. You know, we very rarely get to see members of the greatest generation come out here and see the airplanes that they were involved in during World War II. They're now close to 100 years old. They're going away. That history is slowly atrophying, and we want to keep it alive. We believe that the experiences of that World War II generation, what they went through, World War II, the patriotism, the hard work ethic, we want to be able to extend that on, and we do that by honoring and inspiring them with these airplanes. These are not museum pieces that sit in a museum somewhere on a stand or on a pole. These are flying pieces of history, and the only way we can keep these flying pieces of history in the air is by donations of people who care about forwarding that history, about sponsoring what we're doing. We can't do it alone. We try the best we can, but everybody out here is a volunteer, and we love it, and we want to carry it on to the next generation. How many members of your family were in the military? Now, how many of you had grandfathers or great-grandfathers that fought in World War II? This is one of those items that you can be part of your history. So this is how we carry that on. So if you know someone who might be inspired or be energized by taking a flight in a World War II airplane or by donating to keep these airplanes flying, think about that as a gift for someone. Also, think about the young people. If you're 12 years old or older, you can fly on one of our airplanes. We want to carry that on. So think about as a Christmas gift for your kids or for a family member. This is a great opportunity to not only give them a concrete item, but you're giving them an experience that they'll remember forever. When we talked about how the greatest generation is passing along and these memories are dying, you know, one of the things that struck my mind when I discovered more about this organization is after World War II, these airplanes were largely destroyed. After World War II, there were tens of thousands of these airplanes that had no use anymore. So they were literally buried under the ground. And up in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas is a good example of that. After it was a training location during World War II, it became a storage location and literally a burial site for World War II airplanes. So what we do here is we try to keep those airplanes flying. They're becoming more rare. And the only way to keep them flying is from help from people who care about World War II history and care about trying to carry that inspiration on to others. If you are interested in aviation, if you simply want a hobby to get out of the house or something to do different than what you do every day at work, come take a look at us. Look at razorbackcaf.com. We're out here at the North Little Rock Airport. We're out here, like I said, at least one weekend a month, oftentimes much more than that. And we can get involved turning wrenches on airplanes. Again, no experience is required. All it takes is a desire to get dirty and to learn a little bit about aviation maintenance. Or if you have an interest in helping us with, again, with sales of our PX, we sell t-shirts and coins and patches. If you just have an interest in just getting involved in an aviation organization and little camaraderie, come on out and join us. Take a look at us. There's no cost at all on coming out on a weekend and just seeing if it's something you're interested in.